How's it going, everybody? Rybrad here today, and we are back with our Vancouver Canucks franchise mode, and it's time for round one of the playoffs, see if we can get back to the Stanley Cup Finals after a pretty successful year, in my opinion. Now, it didn't go as well as we wanted after we made those couple of trades there, although Artemi Panarin did go off, and it seems like the first line is clicking, which is pretty good, but we are taking on the Arizona Coyotes in round number one. We finished second in the division, they finished third. We split the season series against them, but we finished a solid 7 points higher than them in the standings, so overall I would say we had the better season. I did show you guys the playoff tree last time, so I'm not going to hesitate too much here. We're going to go ahead and simulate right up to the game against the Arizona Coyotes here, see what their lines will be as they come to face us in Vancouver, and see what we will be going up against as far as our foes down there in Arizona. So, view lines here, such a nice feature. I think I say this every time we play in the playoffs or every time I want to go look at somebody's lines. It's very nice to be able to just look at the entire league's lines. So they got a first line of Domi, Strome, and Perlini. So two playmakers and a sniper. Perlini probably put in a pretty good amount of goals. 27. He didn't crack the 30 mark, but not a team with a ton of point getters here on this first line. Strome seems to have grown quite well, and Domi's up there as a solid first line player. But I still think our first line of Ehlers, Horvat, and Panarin is probably better than this one. Second line, Clayton Keller, medium elite 23, so he's still got a chance to maybe replace Perlini. Perlini up there on that first line, Artem Anisimov, and Anthony Duclair, so sniper, two-way forward playmaker. That's a pretty good combination. Did he get 30 goals as a sniper? He didn't even get 15 as a sniper, so he doesn't simulate too well as a sniper, it seems. That's a decent second line. I'm still saying that our second line is better than that. Now, their third line seems to be quite good. Alex Tuch, Nick Merkley, and Christian Dvorak, a very solid third line. I think that's actually two second line forwards, so not too bad at all. And then Christian Fischer here, third line scoring forward, playing with Nick Shore and Antoine Roussel. So it's a pretty gritty bottom line, two-way forward and a grinder. So I hope to God that line doesn't score on us too much, boys. But defensively, they got Oliver Ekman-Larsson playing on the second pairing. Interesting, with Calvin DeHaan playing on that first pairing with Chychrun. And a very, very weak defensive core. Medium 7D potential here. This is not a good defensive core, guys. Besides the Chychrun and OEL, that's a very weak defensive core. Even DeHaan, he may be listed as a top four defenseman, but I would put him down on our bottom pairing. I mean, I think our pairing is better than that. But look at that. 377 or less players on there. Jesus, OEL is only going to boost this guy so much. And I don't believe that it seems to be like they got some pretty good players on big contracts, maybe? I don't know what their contract situation is looking like. It seems to be they signed Alex Tuch for about $6 million a year to play on their third line, and Fischer's paying $4 million to play on their fourth line. Now, the only saving grace they might have is their goaltender. Yeah, Cam Talbot, they didn't pay too much for him. And then Mike Smith is their backup. So Mike Smith is actually back in Arizona, actually pretty funny, because he's in Calgary, I believe it is. But yeah, Talbot is backed up by Mike Smith. So I would not call this team one that I want to say we should look over, but I would say that this team shouldn't be somebody that knocks us out of the playoffs like we've had happen these past two seasons. So hopefully the home ice advantage and playing a little bit of a weaker, it's a terrible defensive core. If I just want to go into play game to see what their ratings are for offense, defensive, and goalie versus us. 92, 90, 89. We're 93, 95, 93. Holy shit, that is unreal, guys. That is crazy how high our overalls are, especially with these new nerfed overalls too. So yeah, I'm not too afraid of the Coyotes. I don't want to display that message to the guys in the locker room though, just because I don't want them overlooking this team and looking on to the next round. But if we lose to Arizona, something's got to change. There's something on this roster that's got to change if we lose to Arizona, because I don't think we should lose to them. But you never know. Once you hit the ice, it can be totally different. But that defensive core, they may have heart. I just think heart can only get you so far. You do need some skill at some point. Let's see if we can start out strong and punch the Coyotes in the mouth in the first period. Okay, OEL scores, but answered by Olio Levy. So a battle of the defensemen. OEL scores on Demko and Olio Levy scores on Talbot. So it's 1-1 as we doubled them up in shots, but still can't let Oliver Ekman-Larsson take over this series on that second defensive pairing. He's playing less minutes than he probably should. on that second defensive pairing. I don't know why they put Dahan on the first pairing. Anyway, I'm not going to micromanage their team because the worse their team is, the better it is for us. Second period. All right, we got 2 goals. Soshnikov and Nikolai Ehlers. Beautiful there, guys. A 3-1 lead as we head into the third period of game number 1 in the series. We're doubling them up in shots, basically. All right, so we're about halfway through the period here. We get a power play, and we are unable to capitalize on it, but still have that 2-goal lead. Power plays do help even if you don't score on them because it prevents the Arizona Coyotes from getting good scoring chances. 2 minutes, 1 minute, and that's the game, boys. A very, very solid 3-1 win with Thatcher Demko saving 20 of 21. I will take that. 20 of 21 is very impressive. So, let's see here. Point-wise, nobody had a multi-point night, but yeah, Thatcher Demko, 952 save percentage, 1.00 goal against average. Those are the kind of numbers I want to see from him. I just want to see who assisted whose goal. So, Granlund assisted on Olio Levy. Foxa and D'Angelo assisted on Soshnikov's goal, and Shattenkirk and Horvat assisted on Ehlers' goal there. So we got the offensive defensemen do help a lot, it seems like. Plus we got Olio Levy, who scored a goal, who's got a great defensive category as a two-way defender, and we've got those some of those grittier guys on those fourth line guys, Foxa and Soshnikov, both guys that did contribute last game. But guys that I don't expect to contribute every night. I expect guys like Ehlers to contribute almost all the time. Same thing with a guy like D'Angelo. But game number 2 here, guys. Feeling good about it. I got some confidence heading into game number 2. Can we keep it rolling? Not going to do too much chit-chat in this one. First period. All right, and Granlund scores. That's 2 points for him now. He assisted on, I believe it was Yo Levy's goal, and now he's scored. So second-line center Granlund does do well. Second period. And no goals scored. Okay, nice to see the defense and Thatcher Demko playing well. Arizona gets a power play, gets a pretty good amount of shots on it, but unable to capitalize 5 minutes into the period. An early penalty put us a little bit behind the 8 ball, but now we get a power play ourselves, and we extend the lead as Brock Besser steps up in a clutch moment. Now, he's been somebody that's had a lot to be desired of him here, but he's actually showing up in 30 seconds, and that's the game. A 2-0 victory. Wow. Thatcher Demko saves all 29, I believe. Yeah, it was 29 shots he faced. And as far as goals, Besser had a 2-point. Besser and Granlund had 2-point nights. So it was Besser, Granlund, and Kane. I think that's the entire second power play unit. And then Granlund and Besser got a goal and assist on the first goal in the first period. But I will take that 2-0. You're not going to win a lot of games only scoring 2 goals, but when your defense and especially your goalie plays like they just did, and oh shit. Olio Levy sprained his ankle. That means I got to go ahead and edit the lines here. Look at that, guys. Pettersson's up to an 83. Still listed as a third-line checking forward, but he should be able to replace a guy like Evander Kane on that second line soon enough. Although Marcus Granlund does play pretty well as a second-line center. Anyway, scratch do we have? Yes, we still do have Jordan Subban, who's now a 78. Awesome. So, okay. So, you know what? We're probably going to put... Shattenkirk and D'Angelo could be deadly, could be very good. I don't know, but could Branson come? God damn it, good Branson. Hey, I might just let him go, guys, and use that $4.5 million to sign somebody who isn't a bitch in free agency. But I don't want to really think about free agency too much here. Besser there, Pettersson there. Do we have anybody scratched that shouldn't be scratched? Nope, we're good. It just looked weird to me. So that's why. Nope, not Foxa there. I want to put Virtanen on the right wing and Soshnikov on the left wing just because I like to have the left shot on the left side, but that's just me personally. Anyway, guys. So there are the lines. That's what we will be rolling into with game number 2. Power play wise, we got Besser, Granlund, Kane, Pissick, Hutton there as well. So I'm fine with that. Shattenkirk and D'Angelo. So they do play together. They have played together. So there is some chemistry there from the power play unit. But now I need them both to play very sound defensively as we're heading in to Arizona against a desperate Coyote squad. I would say when you're down 2-0 in a series, you're a pretty desperate team. But if we take this one, I feel very confident about the way this series is going. Not going to rush it. Just going to feel very sound about this series. Let's go, boys. Let's just come out and just... If we can not allow Arizona to score in this first period, because I feel like this is going to be their strongest push is back on home ice. And yeah, remember when I said this was going to be their strongest push on home ice? They score in the first minute. But can we answer and keep the damage to a minimum? And we do. Reed Boucher on that third line scores on Cam Talbot as we silence the crowd again, and it's a 1-1 game, all tied up going into the second period, and that was probably their biggest push of the game. So let's see if we can come out of the locker room with the momentum, because we did stop their momentum, and we did take it for ourselves. Let's see if we can come out strong in the second period. And we do, boys. I knew it. Reed Boucher with his second goal, and Marcus Granlund with another goal, another at least 1 point game. I believe he's got registered a point in every game this series, and now we have a solid 2-goal lead here. Halfway through the period, that 2-goal lead remains intact. We've got about approximately 10 more shots than they do. 5 minutes left, still got that 2-goal lead. 4 minutes, 3 minutes, come on, Thatcher, I know you can do it. 1 minute, and DeLeon scores the empty netter, and that's going to be a 4-1 victory there, guys. I will take it. Let's see who assisted on whose goal. Shattenkirk and D'Angelo assisted on Boucher's goal. Shattenkirk and Ehlers assisted on Granlund's goal. Foxa, Virtanen on Boucher's, and then Shattenkirk plays pretty well on that first line. He'll get you a lot of points. Was he what was he, a +3 or something like that? I don't know if he was on the ice for a goal against. I wish I could see that. But looks like D'Angelo was a +3. Shattenkirk was also a +3 with 3 points. Yeah, Shattenkirk on that top line, guys, with D'Angelo. I don't know. Yoel Levy plays well up there. I'm not going to doubt Yoel Levy, but the deadly duo of Shattenkirk and D'Angelo could just be... I mean, that one just makes your mouth water. You love to see those two pure offensive defensemen, puck movers back there. As your first pairing, always on the ice. So let's see, where do we need to scout now? Scouted once. Yeah, let's go ahead and scout defensemen in the SHL. We'll go ahead and scout defensemen for 2 weeks in the SHL. Not too much time. I didn't look at the draft class to see where I maybe should be scouting, but I'm not too worried about what the draft is going to hold. We're going to have a late draft pick anyway. But now, in Arizona, going for the... Not going to say it because I don't want to jinx it, but you guys know we're up 3-0 in the series. Got a good chance of going on to the next round right now. Can we get it done? Hopefully, if we get it done, we get a good break before our next series, and Yoel Levy can come back and only have missed these 2 games. But let's go here, boys. First period, come out strong. Okay, so we let them score first again, but we answer right back. I like to see us not dig ourselves too big of a hole. I don't like getting scored on first in back-to-back games, but I guess they got the home crowd cheering them on as they try and avoid being eliminated from the playoffs in game number 4. I'm implying everything, but I'm not going to say it. Second period. All right, and it is 1-1, so we do not have our strong second period as we usually do to get ourselves the lead. Going into the third period, Brock Besser scores just 1 minute and 14 seconds after the puck drop to start the third period and gives Vancouver a 2-1 lead and puts Arizona really, their backs are against the wall. Halfway gone in the period on the power play, and Arizona's unable to capitalize now under 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, and there it is, boys. A 2-1 victory as bring out the brooms. The Arizona Coyotes have been swept out of the playoffs. Nice to see ya. Thanks for coming. Try again next year. All right, and Brock Besser, man, he's had a really good playoff. He got a power play goal. He scored on the power play, so his time on the power play is pretty good. 2 points, 2 goals. I mean, he did it all himself. He wanted to get out of this series. He was thinking about Yoel Levy. Don't want him to miss too much time. But Granlund and Kane with the assist, and Hutton and Foxa. So, well, you don't see a lot of our top line guys getting points, probably because they're playing the best competition possible. Hutton, Foxa, Granlund, Besser have all stepped up and picked up where those guys are leaving off. And of course, guys, I cannot forget to mention Thatcher Demko, 961 save percentage. I mean, Talbot, hat off to him. He had a tremendous series. Really didn't blow them out almost at all. But let's see here. There we go, boys. The sweep has been completed, and St. Louis has swept the Nashville Predators out of the playoffs. Let's go ahead here and simulate and see who we'll be taking on. I think we'll be taking on the St. Louis Blues, because I believe... actually, no, wait, that's the Central Division. Did Calgary? Calgary's up 3-1. Shit, we might be facing Calgary in round number 2, guys. And it is probably going to be Calgary in round number 2, so the battle of the super teams. Pretty interesting here, guys. I loaded up at the trade deadline to go ahead and combat this stud-ridden team of the Calgary Flames, and now we got to see whose GM did a better job of constructing their team for the short-term future. There we go, boys, and that's what I like to see. Olli Juolevi is back and healthy and ready to go. Delian down for Besser. Besser over for Virtanen. Virtanen down for Pettersson. Virtanen over for Soshnikov. Then to the defense, we got Olli Juolevi, Shattenkirk, Pissick, Hutton, Goodbranson. These two guys played well together for some reason all the time. They got the best locker room chemistry with Hutton, so that's fine. And he's got high locker room chemistry with Goodbranson. And on the special teams, power play, Kane, Besser, yep. Hutton, Olli Juolevi, beautiful. So it's looking like I want it to look. Pettersson, Foxa, Soshnikov, Horvat. Like to see that. And there we go, guys. So everybody's healthy. Everybody's ready to go. This is why I wanted to get out of the series as soon as possible. In case we did pick up an injury. I didn't want to have to go to 7 and have like Olli Juolevi be out. Because the Coyotes are not a team we should have gone to 7 against anyway. And it looks like the only team still playing are the Buffalo Sabres and the Montreal Canadiens. Alright, so let's see. Who else moved on? The Stars beat the Blackhawks in 6. The Flames, I believe, will be taking them on in round 2. And the St. Louis Blues swept the Nashville Predators. So there were only 2 sweeps. And they both came out of the Western Conference here. This should be it. The current round of the playoffs is over. Who was eliminated out of the Eastern Conference? Was it Buffalo? Was it Montreal? And the Buffalo Sabres have been eliminated by oh god, that's going to be a good one. Canadians, Bruins, Habs, Bruins, that's going to be a good one. Then Flyers, Penguins, that's also going to be a good one. Now we got Vancouver, Calgary, and then Dallas, St. Louis. I don't know if, is Dallas, St. Louis a big rivalry or not? Because I feel like we got some good rivalries here in round number 2 of the playoffs, but this is why they did that whole division realignment. Anyway, boys, quick video. I know it's a sweep. We'll be going up against the Calgary Flames in round number 2. Make sure to subscribe so you're notified when I go ahead and post that video, because I guarantee this is going to be a heavyweight bout. You do not want to miss it, boys. Make sure to subscribe so you can get notified like I just said, and I will see you guys in the Battle of the Super Teams.